Sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake your fire.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Crust out your eyes.
All right, Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5. The legendary Wyclef is here.
What's up, brethren?
What's up, brethren?
You told me you nice with the push-ups.
Yeah, I mean, I got a few. I could drop down and give you 50 to 100. Depends on what kind of sets you trying to do, how many reps you trying to do with it.
Okay, so every time we go to a commercial, let's just do 50.
Nah, that's not what my agenda is today, Clef. I'm glad you're thinking along those lines for yourself, though. But it's the one thing about maturity you just don't dive into. Peer pressure doesn't help. It doesn't work with me.
You my man.
I know.
Clip, man.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that shit on air though, Clef. We got cameras.
That's
baby.
why I said when the commercial.
Come with the commercial.
Yeah, so we put it on YouTube after.
All right, yeah, exactly, right. Fugees La, man, that's an interesting story, man. That song was one of the ones to set it off, really, you know. And that almost wasn't your song, correct?
Yeah, well, Fugees La, the beat was Salam did the beat for Fat Joe. Shout out to Fat Joe.
Yeah,
I was with him a couple weeks ago. And so Fat Joe was there, you know, and his beat is waiting. And when we walked in, that was like one of the beats that Salam played. You know what I mean? And the beat was so hard, and I guess we was just voicing on it, maybe almost like a demo style. Because at the end of the day, you know, Salam had beats for everybody.
Yeah.
So it was like you come in and you voice on a beat. It's not necessarily that your version is gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? So I just heard that beat and I was like, we used to be number 10, now we're permanent at 1, and you know. And El came with the ooh la la la, that's, you know. And after that, you know, I guess, you know, Fat Joe was looking for his record, and the Fugees had took Fat Joe.
So the Fat Joe could have had the success similar to what the Fugees were had he had that single.
No, I think Fat Joe have Fat Joe's success.
Yeah.
And I think this is one thing that you have to, you know, that I always say, that it's a producer's game in the music business. And what I mean by that was a lot of people, maybe now they could understand it more, because I'm a scientist. So that means I could always keep reinventing myself.
Yeah.
Salam is a scientist. So it wasn't, the Fugees is very tricky because we necessarily didn't go to anybody because we needed beats, because we was beat makers and we was songwriters. You see what I'm saying to you? And I think Fat Joe was a songwriter in his sense. And, you know, he had records like Lean Back and statistically records that did the same thing. But keep in mind, you know how them reggae rhythms are, and you could hear 12 songs of the same rhythm, but each song sound different? That's the movement Salam had going on.
That's what he had at that time.
Yeah.
What do you think was your most successful Fugees song?
The most successful Fugees song was Killing Me Softly. Statistically and historically, you know, it was Killing Me Softly. And, you know, after that song blew up, I understood the importance of making sure that I was the writer and not making somebody else rich. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it was like, you know, that song, man, we did good. Yeah. But it's almost, think about it. So whatever I did with the Fugees with Killing Me Softly, I did for myself with Hips Don't Lie. Or I did for myself with Maria Maria. You know, like, it's almost like, because I understand, like, you know.
Because y'all didn't write Killing Me Softly.
No, and neither did Roberta Flack.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you're not the writer, the person who wrote the song, you just covering their song. Yeah. And when you covering their song, they basically making the majority of the money. But it's still good for you as an artist, because the song become a hit. They're not taking your tour money. You show up, the crowd want to hear it. They still paying their money. You know what I mean?
Wyclef John is here, man. He got this history, he got this game, and he got this talent. 888-742-3345. Kenny from Chicago is on the line. Go ahead, Kenny.
Hey, Wyclef, what's up?
Man, I was just in the shot like 2 days ago. I was with Chopping him.
Man, I was calling because I saw you. I was at the Underground this summer when you did that show.
Oh, okay.
In that little basement club.
Yeah.
And man, I just want to say this guy, he's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
The way he could just go and freestyle, and he could switch it up, and he could go from playing the Fugees to, you know, Hips Don't Lie, and he's so dangerous. He just covers so much ground, and I just want to say he destroyed it that night.
That's what's up. And he used an interesting description, dangerous, because I think, just like you said, you're a scientist. Salam Remy is a scientist, and music definitely has always been the conduit of the message, you know, for the people. And you actually ventured off into those politics, and we talked about this before. But as you graduate and you gradually gain recognition, and you pull more and more followers, and you've always been righteous in your messaging through your music, did you feel like you were under the gun a lot, any more so than you were prior to that? Did you feel like people were watching you with a different lens at that point, trying to be a hip hop guy going into politics?
Yeah, of course. I mean, whenever you decide that you're gonna do more than song and dance, I mean, you notice lately there haven't been no press about Wyclef Jean.
Yeah,
that's been so negative. You don't ask yourself why.
When you sat on the motorcycle in your bikini brief, it was pressed there.
Well, it's Speedos.
Speedo.
Yeah.
He corrected you,
man.
Sorry.
It wasn't briefs.
It was okay.
It was not briefs.
It was Speedos.
Yo, and that day, man, I literally seen my Twitter split in half. I seen all of the women go on one side and all of the dudes flip right to the other side.
That actually happened in this room. All the fellas went to one side and all the girls went to the other side.
Yo, I was like, man, the sea has parted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was no. But Sway, you know me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I'm the dude with the Fugees that'll bring a goat on stage for a mascot.
Absolutely.
So I think what happens is the idea of we're human, and I think sometimes people take us so serious to the point like they forget we like to have fun, and it's okay to goof yourself. But in terms of politics, I take it very seriously. Like in terms of policy, legislation, the idea of a country where 80% of a population is living on less than $1 a day, me being from there, it's important that I help, you know, that situation. And when I was reading the comments that people were saying about, because once you decide you're going to get into politics, you forget it. Yo, it was like, now I'm a musician, so everyone love me again, right? But once you decide that you're going to get into politics, then you face the scrutiny of your qualifications. But if you look through history, a lot of our great leaders that the people choose, you know, the capacity of their intellect really is it comes from another place. Because someone could be book smart, but beyond book smart, we could still talk about like science. You have some people that are highly intellectual, and if you put them on a desert, they won't survive for a day. You know what I mean? Then you have those people that move off of instinct. And I think a country like Haiti, I felt like I was the best one in position at the time for the urgency and the fact that I felt like I was going to be a great negotiator in the sense of what is it that our country needs. You can't be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bring us more rice in here. We need, no, that's not what we need. Or, yo, we got 100,000 orphans here, you know? Because when I see that, I get offended. Every time I see Haiti, you promoting orphans. And then, but when you in Haiti, after you leave the spot where the orphans at, you go to the beach. You go to the white beach, you chilling, you jumping in the blue water, you drinking crab, you eating crabs, you coming out. So I get pissed off living in America because I'm like, you playing my country out because you was just down there in the sea. So why don't you come back to America like, yo, look, man, you know, they got these orphans in here. We need to help these orphans. But at the same time, y'all should be investing in this white sand. And did anybody know, man? Haiti and the DR is actually the same island. It's called Española. So for me, these were the targets. Like I was on some, remember when they had that Go Back to Jamaica campaign? I was on some like, let's get a few billion. Let's focus on tourism, you know what I mean? Let's build another airport on the other side of the island where you don't have to see the gully, right? You know how Jamaica is. We got Kingston, we got Montego Bay. So I might go to Jamaica and I might go to, say, yo, may I go to the gully? Or yo, may I go to Cassava Peace? That's not the part of Jamaica that you see being promoted.
Not
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.